Got Medicaid? Paradise Dental's got you covered. We've got you covered from the moment you walk in the door with some of Saipan's best smiles. Medicaid covers your fillings, your extractions, and your checkups with no out-of-pocket expense. And Medicaid covers all of your x-rays without any additional cost to you. So remember, if you've got Medicaid, you're covered. Don't wait for a toothache. Call Paradise Dental today. Come here often.
Hi, I'm Shauna Brenfleck, nurse practitioner and owner of Island Skin Solutions and Wellness Clinic. We are Saipan's only medical spa offering a wide range of services to meet your unique skincare goals. We offer exclusive medical-grade skincare products that can only be purchased from a licensed medical professional. We also have the CNMI's only master esthetician, who offers new patient consultations that include a mini facial tailored to your needs. Schedule your consultation today to get started on your skincare journey.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. Justice Department files on the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking investigation continue to stir questions. Julie Walker has the latest.
President Trump says it's up to his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, whether to release any more records.
The Attorney General's handled that very well. She's really done a very good job.
Some of his supporters disagree and are calling for Bondi's ouster. Trump was asked by a reporter whether she told him if his name appears in any of the Epstein records.
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing.
Bondi reportedly clashed with FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino over the issue.
But she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release, yeah.
Trump also suggesting without evidence, Democrats made up the documents. Epstein, who was a one-time friend of Trump's before a falling out, killed himself in jail in New York awaiting trial. I'm Julie Walker.
A federal grand jury's indicted Vance Bolter on murder and other charges in the fatal shooting of Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband and the wounding of a state senator and his wife. Inflation picked up in June, tariffs pushing up the cost of furniture, clothing, and large appliances. Stocks slumped on the news, the S&P and the Dow closing lower, but the Nasdaq finished at another new high. And a day after the Supreme Court cleared the way, Colin Binkley reports the Trump administration's dismantling the Department of Education.
With a green light from the court, the Education Department said it plans to lay off about 1,400 employees and begin outsourcing some of its work to other agencies. Already, the department said it's planning to move its workforce development programs to the Department of Labor, and it's negotiating an agreement with the Treasury Department related to the management of student loans. Other work is expected to be handed off to the Justice Department, HHS, and other agencies. It's part of President Trump's campaign promise to shut down the Education Department and move its power to the states.
This is AP News. The Emmy nominations are out, and Severance separated itself from the field with 27, while The Studio led comedy nominations with 23 in a dominant year for Apple TV. Hi, Panjwani has the story.
Every time you find yourself here, it's because you chose to come back.
No other dramas came close to the dystopian workplace series Severance. It achieved acclaim and audience buzz for its second season.
I am so excited about watching this trailer. This is going to be perfect.
Apple's Hollywood satire, The Studio, was expected to make a big showing for its first season, and it romped over more established shows like Hacks, which got 14, and The Bear, which got 13. The Studio's co-creator, Seth Rogen, personally got 3 nominations for acting, writing, and directing. CBS will air the 77th Primetime Emmy Awards from the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles. I'm Haya Panjwani.
There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
Half a day, guys. This is Boss Alvarez over at Joe 10 Motors. Hey, we've got some special for this year's Hand Me Charity Golf Classic on July 26. A glimpse into the future with that's right, a 2026 Kia Sportage as a hole-in-one prize on hole 13. Powerful, rugged, and refreshed with the latest tech and all-wheel drive. The Sportage is perfect for everyday CNMI adventures. So get registered, practice that swing, and win.
That's right. Try your luck and register today at Lau Golf and Resort for the 23rd annual Hand Me Charity Classic Golf Tournament. With our popular blackjack double Peoria format, anyone can win. Only $130 or $110 if you register by July 11th. Awards luncheon and our always awesome raffle after the game at the course. And a portion of our proceeds will benefit the Commonwealth Cancer Association. The Hand Me Charity Classic Golf Tournament on July 26th. From your friends at Hand Me, building a stronger Commonwealth with you since 1985.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days. Rhythm and soul in so many ways. Together we rise through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love everywhere. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes all around, everything feels right. Brad on the show, bringing joy to our day. Into the Marianas breeze, let the worries drift away.
It's 7:42 in the morning, and you are now all caught up with everything that's happening out here in the Marianas. My goodness, that is our local theme song. You try it out a little bit, man. I love that little Motown hit going on right there. Anyway, hey, it's 82 degrees outside today. It's a beautiful day. It's Wednesday. It's hump day, baby. Can you believe it? I mean, it doesn't feel like it, but it is. We're halfway through the week, and we are looking at some scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day today. Not so much yesterday, but definitely today. We're looking at a high near 87. Going to be a little windy, gusts as high as 20 miles per hour and a 30% chance of rain, which pretty much means it's going to rain. Scattered showers, thunderstorms tonight, too. Going to drop down to about 77, and that's not too bad. I mean, you probably didn't even need the what we got. Oh, my God, is right. Nicholas Cicero, my buddy from New York, he's tuning in. I'll tell you what, he doesn't have any idea that this is legit, like my regular daytime thing. Every morning, we get this thing going all the time. All right, well, hey, I'll tell you what, Nick, stick around because we're going to do a call real quick. We have our friends from the National Weather Service, Landon Aidlet. He is standing by, getting ready to be on here with us today because we're going to find out more about what we've actually got in store for us for weather here. And this traveling man who's been all around the world is with us today. He's reorienting his camera, and he's right there. Landon, you're back in Guam. Welcome back.
I am back in the action over here.
Hey, we weren't able to connect when you were out and about when we were doing the mini game stuff because it was just insane over here. But we've got to get caught up with where you've been and all this stuff, and because it's going to really tie into the charitable stuff that you're doing with Tower for Humanity.
So yeah, we last chatted when I was over there in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and I showed you the little bit of a piece of the Merdeka 118. These are, of course, the twin towers, which they were at one point the world's tallest towers. That they have now been surpassed by the Taipei 101, the Burj Khalifa, and Merdeka 118, as well as some other towers. But they are still the world's tallest twin towers, and so they still hold that record. But shortly after Kuala Lumpur, I made my way over to Dubai to get my eyes on to the actual tower that we hope to build in September and October. And I sent some emails to the development firm, which is headquartered in Tokyo, Nikken Seikei. They are the ones that designed and developed the tower in Dubai. And so I saw they had an office in Dubai, and I was going to travel over there. So I sent them an email and asked if they would be able to meet. We had a video call several weeks ago before I traveled. And then we met in person last week, and they actually met with me for a couple hours at their development firm across the highway from the One Zabil Tower. And then they asked if I wanted a tour, and I said, heck yes. So they took me to the tower, and it was a spectacular experience to see the tower up close and personal, as well as going right inside the facility itself. And of course, no trip to Dubai is complete without going to the Burj Khalifa. That is the world's tallest tower officially right now. There is a tower being developed in, I think, Saudi Arabia that will be 1 kilometer tall, which will surpass this one by about 100 meters. But this is currently the world's tallest tower. And I did go into the Burj Khalifa, and what an amazing structure that is. So it was fantastic. After Dubai, I went over to Bali and spent a couple days. My dad said that he has a bucket list item to drink Kopi Luwak coffee after seeing Morgan Freeman's movie, The Bucket List. So I was like, you know what? On my way back from Dubai, I'm going to make a pit stop and grab him some coffee. And so I got him several bags of the Luwak coffee and visited a coffee plantation to see the civets in person. Incredible.
No kidding. I never heard of it before that movie either. And I'm like, I want to try it because it sounds like it's great. Now, I love the reaction when they find out what it is. I mean, it looks, it's such a wild idea, but I think the more important thing is someone had to come up with this idea. Like, I wonder if we try. What do you think would happen if we tried?
How do they determine that? You think of these little red berries that grow wild in the forests in the States, and some are poisonous and some are not. How do they determine that? And so somebody has to be the guinea pig. And so you walk on the street and say, oh, looks like coffee beans. Let me do something with it. It doesn't matter that it came out of an animal.
No. I can imagine how that would work in your household. It's like, hey, let's make Brandon try it. All right, okay,
I guess it's one of those, don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah, did you try it?
Of course. Of course I did. I had so much Luwak coffee over there. They had you go to this plantation and they sit you down after touring the process. And then they sit you down and you have this big wooden tray, and I think it's got 21 different spots for little glasses, a little larger than a shot glass. And it's different types of coffees and blends and teas. And it was incredible. So I spent about an hour tasting 21 different types of fluids.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds great. I might be opting for different fluids, but that's still it sounds like a great idea. I would definitely try it. It was
amazing.
Hey,
So
go ahead. So the weather, I don't know what to think of it now. I don't know. When we went out for a hike yesterday, it was pretty hot. It's pretty lush out there and everything. So we've been getting plenty of rain, no doubt about it, but it doesn't feel like we're in dry season anymore.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We're definitely into the wet season. I would say the dry season is well behind us. We do have a little bit of a dry air pattern right over the sea this morning, and that's, of course, due in part to this large circulation. You can't really see it that well. It's not a surface circulation, but it's one of those Tut cells again. We are still in that Tut season, that tropical upper tropospheric trough. And this thing is tracking westward from near Wake Island early this week, and it's now just northeast of Saipan. So it's a very large circulation. Saipan's right there, and this circulation's high up in the atmosphere, upwards of 35,000 feet, and that is drifting westward. So there's a lot of dry air coming down around here. But again, these TUT cells, they can either enhance or diminish weather across the region. Of course, you're in that diminished zone right now, so it's fair and sunny today. But we do have showers and thunderstorms, some heavy showers just outside of the coastal waters, maybe about 100 miles generally east of the CNMI. This is going to shift to westward and will bring that extra instability that any showers that you would have normally pass through, these trade wind showers that are light and brief in nature. With the TUT cell, that can enhance those. Think of a performance-enhancing drug that will juice up these little trade wind showers from something weak and modest to something heavier and a little bit longer in duration, maybe even a burst of lightning. So that's what these TUT cells do. That's going to push by. Otherwise, we do have a little bit of a tropical moisture coming in from north of Chuk. That's going to be coming our way toward the end of the week and into the weekend. That's going to keep a little more showers in place through the weekend. And of course, Monday is Liberation Day on Guam. And so if you are on our email distribution list and you're following us on social media, this was our graphic from the weekly weather outlook. And of course, that TUT cell was way up here to our northeast on Tuesday, and it's of course shifted closer to Saipan. Not much to speak of, but there is that monsoon that's coming up, coming in from Palau and Yap across those areas with showers and thunderstorms and strong southwest gusty winds. We were watching a weak circulation over here. That is not an official invest area at this time, but that is tracking westward toward the Philippines. But it gets tricky once we get to Sunday and Monday. Some of the models, the forecast models, have been bringing that monsoon up over Guam and the southern CNMI, possibly Sunday and Monday. But other forecast models are showing more of a light southeast wind flow. And so if you're following any number of weather apps on your phone, take things lightly, because we're seeing a lot of spin-ups in some models versus others. And 6 hours later, when that next forecast comes through, things are radically different in that model output. And so you have to take things with a grain of salt, especially beyond 3 days into the future. And so there's a lot of spin-ups. I'm getting a lot of questions from people across the islands. Is this accurate? Is this true? Are you seeing this? Is this going to be a problem? And if it's generally beyond 2 and 3 days into the future, yeah, don't take it as truth, because things are changing. Things are very variable. And so that's typical for the wet season. But again, the forecast models just are doing a poor job. So tropical cyclones, it is pretty quiet. We just had a 95W that was Invest 95W well to our north yesterday with our regional outlook. That was quickly upgraded to a tropical depression. I think it made a brief stint as a tropical storm. That's 08W now. That is already well farther to the north, and it's dissipating. It's a very weak system, but metrics-wise, we are very slow for the northern hemisphere. Those numbers right there. We've had 6 named storms this year. On average, we would have had 5.5 by this time of the year, but the named storm days, the number of days with the named storm in existence, far below normal. And so it's just been a very slow year. We've had 2 typhoons this year, but no major typhoons at this point. So that's not a bad thing. But as far as major hurricane days, we've had 0 major hurricane days this year, when we would have had on average 4.7. So it's been a very slow year in the Western North Pacific, but as well as the globe in general, in the Northern Hemisphere.
Man, it's wild. Now, if those TUT cells get really big, do they call them king TUT cells?
Well, we always call them king tut.
Nice, I love it. Yeah, we got to have like small jokes for the small brains. That's me.
Oh, weather can be very dry, and so we always have to keep it fun and lively. Yeah.
All right, this is great. I'm loving this. Hey, by the way, I saw him in the comments. By the way. And I know we both know him, so it's a good time to mention. Today is Glenn Polikare's birthday.
No kidding. Happy birthday, Glenn. And I think he was traveling in Japan, was he not?
I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that it's his birthday and that he tuned in and he was popped in for a little bit. I got my calendar alert that came in that it's Glenn Polikare's birthday today. And so it was perfect.
It must be nice to travel because, I think I was following him on Facebook, and he was showing some grocery shopping in Japan, amazing grocery stores up there, as well as in Dubai, my gosh, but you're going to fork out some cash. But yeah, it's always a good experience to travel anywhere, really, just to see different culture and place. But happy birthday, Glenn. He's a good friend of mine, and we've collaborated so much over the years. And I really like working with Glenn because he'll tell me the good and bad as it is. If he has a problem with the weather service and the forecast and whatever else, he'll tell me, because that's what we really need to know as public servants. And so Glenn's been a tremendous force for weather Ready Nation, ambassador of the Weather Service. And so thank you, Glenn. Happy birthday.
He is. I tried to get. He's also been a force for the surf report. He is the guy who tells me, he's like, Brad, all right, here's what's going on. The World Championship, the World Cup, you name it. If it has something to do with surfing, he's like, oh, man, did you see this 10-time champion? Like all this other stuff. And it's like, it's the coolest thing to watch. I really know like maybe one name, maybe two names. But he's the guy. He's our connection to all that stuff. And
yes,
we'd love to get on like real live weather reports from him. He has threatened to come by and hold a sign up in the window during the show. But
well, he should do that. Maybe he'll get on camera.
I love it. We may be doing some stuff with the folks over at Crown again. He found.
Oh, that would be amazing.
We had the window background the last time that we were there. And he was over there just waving, making some faces and all that stuff. It was awesome.